they look like bridesmaids. And they all think so, don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He makes sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? When I look at my snap, I take a man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this guy in the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. Baby lay, waist snatch, back, straight back. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck tangerine. Jumping on my, that's why they call it trampoline. Babe, like a Monday, throw rock body. This is sweet Saturday, that's just with plastic. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a, them pretty, you look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. For Nick Chubb, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Second down, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Higgins. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
First down, Mayfield. Drops it off for Chubb. Room to run past midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Mayfield now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's at the 25-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Smith able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive this afternoon results in 3. Not sure that that's a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
You're exactly right about that. I love how you framed it, right? Not sure it's a statement, but at the same time, you're putting something out there, aren't you? Letting them know, hey, we came to play today.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
The extra point up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
It's coming now.
Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
4 down. There we go. Wide, ain't it? Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. There we go. Count.
Here's Prescott. And incomplete. Almost had it, but almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first down throw for Prescott. His throw incomplete. With that incompletion, need to pass along the note about the Madden Classic, where you can watch some of the best Madden players battle it out for their share of $165,000. It's live on Twitch. Charles, starts 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific, December 6th through the 8th. I know you'll be tuned in.
Thank you for letting me know the time and the dates. I'm going to mark that down. I will be ready to go because they go at it now. I mean, those battles, those are pretty strong, and I love the imagination that you see in how they play because they don't think like conventional football. They know how to take advantage of any weaknesses of their opponent, and the best part, $165,000 on the line. You and I better hone up our game.
Yeah, some people looking for some early holiday gifts there in the Madden Classic.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end field for the completion.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Prescott down. Drops it underneath. Elliott. They give him 12 yards and a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. On the counter, Elliott. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 2nd down, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Prescott from the gun. And he's got it to Hearns. And he's going to get this inside the 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Cooper was the target there. With that incompletion, let's look forward to the rest of the NFL season. You know, a lot of people say the season doesn't really get exciting till after Thanksgiving. Well, what are you looking forward to in the month of December?
I do like that expression because each sport has its own, doesn't it? Teams that are in first place July 4th in baseball, that's who's going to win the division, right? That's one of the old adages. You can go on and on, but for me, this is what I'm going to look forward to. The NFC East could be a 3-team race. How about the revival of the Chicago Bears? And last but not least, the AFC West is controlled by Kansas City, but the sleeper team, the Los Angeles Chargers. Keep an eye on them.
Yeah, they're knocking on the door with just 3 losses. KC with 2. Mayfield on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and those creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And this one is incomplete. David Njoku was the intended receiver, and it's third down. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Mayfield looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Higgins. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Higgins. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Rashard Higgins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Prescott, he almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, it's Prescott. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
This is taken at about the 14. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
A give. This is Chubb. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now his 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Past the 20. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A gain of 39 that time.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
Yeah, he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Now Mayfield. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
Swing to the right. To the right.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And this one